Welcome to the Jourdin channel, and as you can see, I am a big stand for comics, anime, and anything with great imagination and creativity. Amazon knew exactly what they were doing when they invested in Invincible. I know a lot of people have been watching The Boys, Invincible, so I'm going to give y'all a great breakdown review. I've read the entire comic, so I'm going to give y'all video clips of comics and the actual video and show y'all a breakdown of the comparison of these two. So the beginning of this was Angstrom Levy is trying to get his revenge on Mark, which is kind of dumb because he's choosing this Mark, which isn't the Mark that messed him up. But anyways, he has a vendetta against Invincible. So he gets 17 to 18, I think, Invincibles from, or Mark Graysons from different timelines, which some ones are pure Viltrumite, some were tortured, one was a cannibal Mark. So all these Marks, and he promised them to rule their galaxy. All the rest of these Marks are evil. We got Mohawk Mark, and he promises these Invincibles that he will let them take over their universes if they defeat this Mark. But his real end goal is to destroy all these Marks. As you can see, there's like 18 Marks in that panel right there. So he sends these Marks to our Mark's universe to destroy Earth, and he wants to embarrass him and make the people hate Invincible just like how he hates Invincible. So Angstrom Levy is beginning his plan, and as you see, man, it's going well. He sends the Invincibles out, and they're destroying everything in sight. I mean, they're not leaving anything. And you see my boy Mohawk Mark and our Invincible, they were going toe for toe. My boy put that whammer on him, you know what I'm saying, smashed his ears, you know what I'm saying, destroyed them. And that's what I love about this show, the brutality, the fights, the animation, the gore. It's so realistic. I'm tired of seeing the PG and the PG comics, the PG like Marvel, DC. It's all been watered down, and with these new prime shows like The Boys and Invincible, it has given us guts and glory. So like, I mean, and then they adapted this episode greatly towards the comics, you know what I'm saying? That's why I can say about Invincible in general, it has been adapted greatly. So key points of this review: fights were one of one. They matched them good as the comics. The acting, well, you know, the voice actors, they did a great job introducing, and we're going to talk about what happened at the end of this episode later. We're going to break down the entire video. So in the beginning, as you know, the Invincibles are laying waste to civilization, and they do a good job showing the destruction and the interaction of the regular human beings around the world that are getting destroyed, and shows you the helplessness of my boy Rex, man. He sacrificed himself to destroy Invincible, man. Blew his skeleton up. Oh man. Oh, that hurt seeing my boy Rex go out like that. And a lot of these Invincibles aren't as strong as our universe Invincible. A lot of these are weak. They're dying to weak heroes that our Invincible definitely would not die to. And that shows you the power of fighting for somebody and trying to protect someone will give you the edge against ruthlessness. And then also, this Mark has fighting way tougher foes than any of these other Marks I've seen. Like, our Mark has already fought Battle Beast, as you know, is one of the most powerful comic. In this comic, one of the most powerful beings in this whole, you know, in the whole Invincible verse, in the Vinciverse. I'm coining it. In the Vinciverse, Battle Beast is arguably the second strongest. Maybe at least no lower than top 3. That might be a little spoiler. I don't want to spoil y'all out, but this is a spoiler heavy video. So our Mark is trained to be more dominant than a lot of these Mark, but he holds back. He doesn't have that. He has that dog, but he hasn't released that dog yet, which will be released later. As you see, Mark is a young Viltrumite. For Viltrumite at his age, he's like early 20s. For him to be that, or like he's like 19, for him to be that strong at this age is insane. As you know, we're gonna see older Viltrumites that he's gonna fight later in the video. But when we get there, we'll get to it. So Angstrom Levy, his plan was going all the way to plan to when he got all the Invincibles to meet up at Invincible's home base. and they were planning, I guess, to destroy their home, get him out, kill his mom in front of him, and then that didn't work. The Invincibles decided to turn against Angstrom Levy, so he sends them to another dimension, and we'll get to see how that goes later in the video. So our Invincibles fighting Angstrom Levy, they're going at it. He's sending his little bots, he's trying to knock Mark into another dimension. It's not working. They're going at it. Then he's beating them senseless. And then he escapes barely. He gets his arm ripped off. And when Angstrom Levy gets back to his surgeons that's been helping him, they tell him, "Nah, you work for us now, Angstrom Levy. So if you do what we don't do, we say, we're not helping you no more." So that happens. That fight ends right there. And then now Mark has to tend to his baby, his girl. He goes back. He's desperate. He's trying to help rebuild civilization because he feels very guilty that technically he feels like he's the one that caused all this destruction, which his alternate dimensions did, but it wasn't him. So, and then, Adam Eve, she's getting, she got critically injured in the fight, but Adam Eve is OP, so she's gonna recover. And look at the choreography in the fight scenes. I'm saying, my boy, alternate dimension Mark through duplicates body through. With the Immortal's head through duplicate. Dude, the fights are just, I love it. This and The Boys. I know you guys are ready to see The Boys. And like I'm saying, I'm nerding out. I'm geeking out right now because I'm like, bro, they did their job with this. And like I'm saying, I love gore. I'm a diehard anime fan. I've been watching anime comics since I was 3 or 4 years old. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So we get through the Angstrom Levy, and we're on a recovery phase of Invincible. So he's trying to rebuild. He's trying to apologize. He's talking to all the Cecil is trying to get, since the Guardian of the Galaxy is no more, Rex is gone, Conquest is retiring, he wants to start a family with Kate. Cecil is trying to recruit Mark to be the leader of the Guardians again, and Mark says, "No, I'm not doing that, man. You already crossed that boundary with me, Cecil. It's over with for all that. It's over with." So Mark said, "You still can communicate with me. I will always be there if we have a big threat." So that's how that ends. Well, Mark continues to go around. After that, he's checking on Adam Eve. He meets the family. That yada yada yada. She talks about people death and how she doesn't hate soups and all that with the family. That ends, and now Mark is going. He's really mad. He's really trying to find a reason to destroy something. He's got to get his mind off while he's helping rebuild and retain his problems that he feels like he caused due to his alternate egos destroying Earth as we know it. And he also has the threat of Viltrumites coming down from Anessa. If you're a couple episodes back, Anessa warned him that if he doesn't take over Earth, that they will come back. And so he's been training and preparing them for that fight. So he had to deal with this. And as you can know, he's lifting up obstructions off the ground, seeing dead corpses, and it's really killing them. And then here we go from one dramatic climactic fight to see the true beast come at Mark's lowest. He feels distraught, and here comes Conquest. And I wish they could have made my boy look more greedier and evil. Conquest gives General Ross Hulk vibes, a greedy old man that doesn't take no BS. He's Nappa. If Nappa had good character development and was smart and evil, Nappa's evil, but Nappa from Dragon Ball, he's Nappa, but with character development. But so that's what I'm saying. Conquest, they finally brought an elite 1,000+ Viltrumite. The reason his name is Conquest, because every time he comes to a world, he conquests it. So we're talking about a 19-year-old newborn Viltrumite versus a millennial 1,000-year-old Viltrumite that has destroyed everything that comes across his path. The Viltrumite sent Conquest because they knew he was going to fight and he wasn't going to talk his way through it. So the Viltrumites are trying to eliminate Invincible. They're tired of this. Him and Nolan and his lineage. As you know, the last episode is going to be a banger. We're finally finna get Conquest versus Mark to end the season. And if you aren't hooked to Invincible yet, next episode next week is definitely, if you're not gonna get hooked to that, I don't know what to tell you. That is gonna be one of the most goriest and entertaining action sequences of an episode of this year. Mark my words. The boys, it can't do too much because it's more realistic. I'm not realistic, but it's not animated. This shows the global effect of these battles. They're flying through buildings, they're destroying. And it also shows you the damage of lives. Them destroying buildings is actually killing people. That's why it shows you the backlash of this destructive power that these beings have. I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and if y'all like my review, comment down below what y'all think of Season 3, Episode 7, Invincible. I think this is an utter banger.